Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Fourth and Forever, brought to you by Roundtable Sports. Let me tell you what, there have been leaks after leaks after leaks after leaks this morning. And I'll tell you what, I have the full schedule for each and every single team right in front of me on screen, and we are going to be reacting to it together. I would largely assume that the majority of this episode is going to be of the Q&A format. So please do us a favor and label all of your questions appropriately so we know exactly how to answer them and decipher between questions and or statements. Let's go around the table and see how people are feeling. TD, what's up?
Great day. All right. These schedule leaks are interesting. I hope they're true because we got a lot to discuss, especially with potential events and stuff coming up. I can't wait. But outside of that, man, everything is all good. Congratulations, Richie. The Knicks are up 3-1, and the biggest collapse of all time is about to take place. Jaylen Brown is about to show why he's top 5 in the NBA. All right. Jaylen Brown show, baby. Let's go.
Top 5 in the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
You kidding me?
What's going on, Richie? How's life?
TD brought it up. He opened up a can of worms.
Hey,
life is fantastic right now because of my New York Knicks. And I know it's a football show, but I have to just take this time because my Knicks are 1 win away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 24 years. Okay? And my boy TD over here laughed at me, like literally cracking up laughing when I said we're going to win game 4 and to not take the Knicks for granted, not take the Knicks lightly. The disrespect you showed my New York Knicks, TD, all season, and they didn't win the series yet. I'm not saying they did, but you made it seem like this was going to be a sweep. You made it seem like it's going to be in 5, and you keep pushing the goalpost. And you have there's something within you that will never give the Knicks credit, and you can't admit that you have been looking at the Knicks in the wrong light, giving us no chance, not even giving us a perspective of an opportunity. You don't show Jalen Brunson the proper respect. You don't show this Knicks team respect, and that's my problem with Celtics fans. That's right there is my problem with Celtics fans. You can keep moving the goalpost, but the Knicks are about to close it out tonight, and if they don't tonight, they'll do it on Friday at Madison Square Garden, baby.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Delusional.
Damn.
And we'll be live. How's that delusional? I'm talking facts. You've been wrong all series. You've been wrong all series. Why can't you admit that? Look in the camera and say I've been wrong, because you have been.
I haven't been wrong. I told you Celtics was going to win the series. When that doesn't happen, that's when I'm wrong.
You did not say the Celtics are in the series. You're going to say they're going to win a 4. Then you said win 5. Then you said win in 6.
7.
See? You're too predictable. All right. And I'm not running no victory laps. I know the series is not done. Even without Tatum, I know the Celtics are capable to win. Okay? I'm not sitting here celebrating like we won the series. But I'm just happy because we're 1 win away, baby. Woo! Keep down the Knicks.
So I am putting something right in the private chat for you. It is the full leaks or schedule leaks that have come out so far, in case you wanted to take a gander and throw it on screen. But we did have a piece of breaking news that dropped amidst the chaos of schedule release day. The Baltimore Ravens, they ultimately ended up extending Derrick Henry to a 2-year, $30 million deal, $25 million fully guaranteed.
Where'd you get that news from?
Roundtable Sports, as a matter of fact, was the first one that I saw it from.
I know.
It was absolutely crazy. That news actually ended up breaking right in front of us. But still kind of wild to me. Like, yeah, his production was solid last year, right? But I'm kind of curious to see how old he is. Derrick Henry age, let me see. 31 years old. He's going to be 32 right by the time the playoffs come around, and $25 million is completely guaranteed right there. I think we all know how a lot of running backs production starts to fall off, especially at around this age. Was this a smart decision for the Ravens? Still love the player, solid running back, but is this really rolling the dice? I'm going to go on ahead to TD on this one.
It's not rolling the dice. Has Derrick Henry showed any inkling of slowing down? No, this is actually the perfect deal. It's only 2 years. Now, did we get any numbers on the guarantees on this? Is it fully guaranteed, or are
it's
it guaranteed?
$25 million is fully guaranteed.
So it's fully guaranteed. You might well say that. $5 million left off.
Yeah,
he'll be on the team
outside of 5.
Yeah, so this is a perfect deal for the Baltimore Ravens. What this does is also give them cap flexibility for this year, if they even need it. And you got your guy. He's still one of the best in the NFL. This is a win. This is actually a steal, in my opinion. I love it. Look out, James Cook. Your stock just went down. If for it, and you might as well take a 66% discount and grab your 10 million, because if Derrick's getting 15 per on an extension, then hey, you need to come down to earth. But yeah, this is a good move for the Ravens. Shout out to Roundtable Sports reporting it.
That's actually a great TikTok idea. James Cook, you better taper your expectations at 15 mil a year.
Oh, right. TD's idea is TD's TikTok to make
1,900 yards and 16 touchdowns, my friend, is $15 million a year, my friend. All right. Damn. I like that. Richie, thoughts on the Derrick Henry signing at 31 years old? Was this a risky move in your eyes? Talk to us.
I think it's a great move. The man showed what was the narrative about Henry when he went to the Ravens last year? That he may be a little bit washed up. Does he still have it? He proved that he still got it and then some.
Oh, he still got it.
It's just a 2-year deal, and I'm sure the guaranteed is not like this is what the Eagles did with Saquon. It's a smart move that smart organizations do. The Baltimore Ravens, they're a smart franchise. Always have been, always will be. Philadelphia, smart franchise. And both of them, one of them's a Super Bowl champion. The other one hasn't won a Super Bowl, 10 years or so, but still always competitive. Two good, stable organizations, Baltimore and Philadelphia. What they both have in common is that they are investing in the running back position, a position that has proven that is going on the decline. And these are also two guys that weren't drafted by their respective teams, brought in free agency, and a little up there in age. So I think this is a little turn in the dynamic of the running back position. I think this is a great move. Locks up Derrick Henry here long term. He's a big part of what the Baltimore Ravens do. A lot of people tried to take away from how phenomenal Lamar Jackson was last year because he has Derrick Henry. Like, he's that good and that much of an impact on their offense. So it's a no-brainer. I think 15 mil per year, 2-year extension. I don't see one negative in this.
Damn, man. Damn. You know what, guys? Sound off in the chat. Let us know your thoughts. And I'm sorry I seemed distracted because I was just going through the Miami Dolphins schedule, or at least league schedule, and based off, and say that this is true, I am seeing yet another late season collapse, based off of how it's. Well,
Dan, you know what? I'm so conflicted with these schedule releases. It's like when somebody puts out a full one, it's like, if this is true. But then I look at the Patriots full one. Hold on, how can the Patriots be playing the Bills in week 18 when we're playing the Patriots in week 18? So some things aren't adding up.
So we can go on ahead and pull up that link that I shared with Richie right in the private chat. But starting off, so the games that are known for the Buffalo.
This is very confusing, this thing.
You just go up, zoom in if necessary, and find your favorite team, and then just look at all of your specifics. And this is all that has been released per this account. It's called Nerdington NFL. He's been spot on quite a bit. But the Bills at Baltimore, week 1, Sunday Night Football. Week 3 is the Miami Dolphins in Buffalo on Thursday Night Football, followed by Kansas City. I think it's week 9. Week 10 at Miami. Week 14, Cincinnati. And then week 18, last game of the season, is the New York Jets. That is what we are seeing right there. But then I'm looking at the Miami Dolphins schedule and how it's played out. And TD, let me know if this is the same one as what you saw. But I do see that you're playing New England right toward the back half of that.
Yeah. This is this is what I've been seeing. This is exactly what I've been seeing.
This is exactly.
Now, interesting stuff. Now, what we all need to make sure we're aware of, everybody in the chat, what are we looking at right now? Potential AFC East Roundtable events, dates. So keep in mind, tonight, the AFC East Roundtable is live, and that's going to be when we're going to really announce the games that we're going to be targeting for our events. Again, if you guys want to sign up for the form, make sure you guys do that, because you guys can get access to a deposit link and all the fun stuff right here for our events. And there's some interesting dates, especially week 3. Just to say.
Some very intriguing ones, man, when it comes into this overall schedule league. Richie, thoughts on how it's looking? Because from what I'm seeing, you're opening up the season at Pittsburgh. First 3 of 4 games is against Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay and Miami.
At Miami.
At Miami, week 4. And you know Miami's going to be hungry after an ass whooping up in Buffalo.
Stop there.
I love it. Back-to-back primetime games for the Dolphins against the AFC East. 2 straight AFC East L's in a row for Miami.
No, we finally going to the play. We might actually win the division when I look at this schedule. Yeah.
Oh, give me a break. Here we go.
Yeah, I can't
Here we go, man. I like the Jets schedule. The first thing that I noticed is that we are back at our humble abode of 1:00 games, man. I missed those 1:00 games. 2 of our primetime games are against division rivals, which I expected. We are Monday night against Miami and then Thursday night against New England. My only gripe with this schedule is that neither of our primetime games are at home. I think the one thing I can say about MetLife Stadium, I'm not a fan of it, but they can host a primetime game very well. And I'm pretty upset that there's not one primetime MetLife game. I wish that Thursday night game against New England was in MetLife, or that Monday night game versus Miami was at MetLife. That's the one thing I really wish, because that's a prime time for an event. It's prime time to go to the stadium. But outside of that, man, interesting. The Jets start off at home, back-to-back home games, 1:00, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Big test right out of the bat with Pittsburgh, and then, of course, Buffalo. I like that we have the Bills in Miami in the first 4 weeks, though, because last year we didn't first Miami once until week 14. We didn't see the Bills for a while. Like, I want to get those division games right out of the bat to prove the world who we are.
So say that this Miami schedule leak is factual, then it's clear that the NFL has it out for the Miami Dolphins, because they do it each and every single year. They like to go on ahead and give them hope at the beginning of the season, but then it all comes crashing down in a fiery sense of regret and anguish, right? Like, I'm looking at look, here's my prediction. And tonight we're obviously going to go far more in detail on this, but based off of the Miami Dolphins' first couple of games, I think they end up skirting out of that
4-1.
No, so I'm talking from week 1 all the way to week 8. Do not be surprised if Miami goes 5-2. So within their first
you right, Dan.
8 games.
You right, Dan.
But then also don't be surprised when you see them drop 3
might
in
be
a row.
6-1. Might be 6-1, Dan.
Might be, but that's when it completely falls apart. No. Baltimore, Buffalo, Washington, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay.
You forgot New Orleans. You forgot New Orleans. Nope, you forgot New Orleans after the bye.
Dude, it is such a Miami Dolphins schedule, dude. You know, we need to do a Miami Dolphins event early in the season, or we're just not going to sell tickets. Like, that's kind of how I look at it.
We could.
It has to be in that first 8-week stretch where there's like some semblance of hope within the fan base, because I have a feeling right after the Atlanta game, when they have Baltimore, Buffalo, and Washington. Oh, yikes!
I'm not disputing that, Dan.
Yeah,
I mean, we could go 6-1 before that stretch when you really look at it. But those 3, we could drop all 3, but then we're 6-4.
So y'all play the Chargers well.
Like,
so I did
this is where I have to jump in. Like, I feel like the schedule, 100%, bro. Stop looking at these matchups on paper and think it's just, easy win, we're better than them. You don't know nothing about those other teams. They could best believe beat you. Just because on paper or, those teams are worse than us. That's my biggest gripe with sometimes looking at the schedules and having expectations. And what we talked about last week, that upsets happen. The favorites don't always win. And just because the Dolphins are favored in this game on paper does not guarantee they're going to be these types of W's.
First off, Richie, 7 of your games have leaked, and I don't see a win yet. 7 of your games have released, and I don't see a win yet.
I'm looking at all 18, and I see.
yeah, but Dan, look at all 7 of the Jets release games. I don't see a win yet. I don't see a win.
Week 4 is a dub. I know that.
Stop the count. Listen,
100%.
I don't see a dub yet.
So Miami and New England's going to be competitive. And as Richie said, right? Like, we don't know. And these are all on paper estimates of what these teams are going to look like. For all we know, some of these teams could be going through severe injuries, and it's an entire different squad. But Pittsburgh, you have the Steelers, you have dangerous Baker Mayfield, have the Denver Broncos. It's arguably the best defense in the NFL. Yeah.
The Jets for the win 3 games. Hey, but Dan,
no,
I'm over here talking about the Jets. When I look at the Bills schedule, I only see 1 win.
See, this is what you do when you look at the Dolphins schedule. You see
that's week 18. That's week 18. I only see it. You're not beating Baltimore.
8-9 or something like that.
You're not beating Baltimore. Miami, you already know it's revenge season. Kansas City and the Bengals, like all 3 of your. Oh my God, Baltimore, Kansas City, and Bengals. I guarantee all 3 of them beat you. Hey, we might take the division.
Should we ask
the Bengals like twice? Like in the past 4 years, and people just automatically chalk that up as a loss.
Yeah, Dan.
It's kind of crazy.
Folks, do us a favor, smash that like button. We got way too many people in here with not enough like buttons. Hit that like button right now. Let's get this to over 100 likes. The NFL schedule release, and I wanted to poll the chat, and ask you guys what matchups are you looking forward to the most right now, and sound off in the comments, man, because I think that. And tonight we're gonna react to the official release. So I don't want to go too deep into every single game of the AFC East because I definitely want to save our games for our schedules for tonight because that's what makes tonight such a special show. But we are looking at these games with the AFC East Roundtable events in mind. And we need to hear from the chat, hear from you guys, the demand, before we can actually commit to these events. So, yeah. Should we do an event week 3? Should we do Monday night Jets, Dolphins in Miami? There's some options.
So there's a lot of games within the division this year for week 1, right?
Yeah.
I sort of feel like that was like a giant middle finger, right to all of these teams, because it's well known that week 1 is typically a lie, right? Like, you see great teams go out there and just look like buns because still knocking the rust off, etc. And these are games that are very important. Like, these games within the division are wild. I wonder if the NFL did this on purpose. I'm going to start off on TD on this one. Why there's so many divisional matchups week 1, at least based off of what we've been seeing.
Yeah, I just think the league wants to start the season off with an explosion, have some real rivalry. Welcome to the NFL. Everybody's getting prepped for the year. I love when they do this. Make that first week of division game is interesting because the Dolphins don't have a week 1 division game. We got a conference game, but not week 1. But I love it. I actually love it. To be honest with you, no one in the AFC East has a division game in week 1.
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah, so the teams that do, hey, they're sparking off the rivalries, getting it started. Kansas City, Chargers, teams like that. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But I love how the NFL has worked the schedule. They've started to incorporate more and more competitive games week in and week out to where you can actually feel good and be interested in it. So I think the league's just winning all around and how they schedule, how things are going. It's just a year-round event.
It's a year-round event, ladies and gentlemen.
Now,
Richie, take on that.
Yeah, I agree. It's interesting to get the week 1's getting the division rivalries, especially the first game of the season is a nice Eagles-Cowboys, right? So division rivalries is big, which is what's making me think to myself.
It's a lot of NFC matchups first week.
Do I make Jets Media Day this year a division game? Week 2.
What's week 2?
Jets Bills at MetLife.
Oh,
that'll be a Jets media event, not a roundtable, but I don't know. I got to make that. I'm thinking in my head which game I want to do for my event.
Is that confirmed? Jets Bills week 2?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even on this, what you sent this.
So I feel like the Bills game or the Bills event.
Well, that would not be the roundtable.
Asked for the past 2 years, and it's the most highly anticipated one this year, I would say.
I think we already know the Bills event.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that should be the first one. But
Which
I
No,
don't
one?
know.
I'm not saying Jets Bills for Roundtable. I'm saying for Jets Media Day.
Bills Jets week 2 allegedly for Jets Media Day. Perfect. Perfect.
Or week 1 for the Steelers, make it a home opener event for mine. Or I'm considering week 5 against Dallas. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But these schedules are great. I'm excited to plan these events. And I think getting the division rivalry games within the first few weeks is always good for the NFL. And the Dolphins play the Pats week 2 as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, New England.
Mm-hmm. It's all right, folks. We're going to transition over into our Q&A segment. As always, we would like for you to label your questions accordingly. Just label it with a Q or say it's a statement that you would like for us to react to. Please label it with an S. So that way we can easily decipher. And for anybody that is watching the replay of this episode, we'll have somewhat of a reasonable experience and a great experience, rather. Thank you so much. Let's start firing off these questions. And as they start loading in, I am very excited. I'm very excited about this year, boys. I just
Me
smell
too,
another
man.
Buffalo Bills AFC East championship, man.
I'm sniffing. I love it, man. Give me football. Even though I'm like so immersed in basketball right now, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I did?
What's that?
I went to. I have a really awesome basketball court right next to my apartment. I never took advantage of. Went to go get a brand new basketball, and I went to the courts yesterday, and I started shooting. I'm out there like JB. You should have seen me, DD. I'm out there like Jalen Brunson. Nah, I'm just kidding, man.
Lord.
I want to get us playing football together this year, a flag football event or something.
That'd be dope.
I would
Dude,
love a Roundtable Sports flag football in the
Route
summer.
Richie up.
Bro, I locked you
we
up.
could-
It's on tape.
I think that
In
might
the
be a
middle of July,
2026.
let's all the creators come through. We can have our fans come through and join in the tournament, the subscribers, whatever word you want to use for them, and have a legit thing, man. It could be like a fundraiser. I don't know. Gears are spinning. I'm just getting into my athletic days again.
I like it. I like it. We have Nick is coming in. All I hear is Archie Manning this and that. Is there any other good or great quarterbacks coming out?
Yeah.
Oh, you have Drew Aller. You have the kid out of LSU.
He looks nice, man. I was watching Mason Taylor like highlights because the Jets just drafted the LSU tight end. And I didn't really want to watch LSU. I don't really watch a lot of Newsomeyer. But while watching the Mason Taylor tape and highlights, that kept coming to my mind. I'm like, dude, this quarterback's nice. Like, this kid looks like legit, like an NFL type of quarterback. So he looks good.
Say that Arch doesn't come out this year, then I wouldn't be surprised if he is actually the guy that goes number 1 overall.
Yeah.
Arch Manning?
No,
Yeah,
say that Arch stays in
Arch
college for one more year after this, that I think it's pretty reasonable to assume that that kid out of LSU is going to be first overall. Him or Drew Aller, like one of the two.
Well, Arch couldn't beat out Quentin Ewers, so we already know we got something.
We have Jake, the Minnesota sports fan, is coming in saying, what schedule as of now would you say is the toughest? So we all play similar opponents, right? So we all play similar opponents. It really just depends.
I think we need to see the full schedule first to see how it's lined up to say who's the tougher, because if certain games are at certain times of the year, then it's not as tough as it would have been.
Yeah,
you know, so we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Just make sure you tune in this evening.
Yeah, tune in this evening where we really break it all down into details. Miami Vibes cuts the line. If you want to cut the line on the Q&A segment and get your message read immediately, send in that super chat. Miami Vibes, we appreciate it. He says, thinking about it, Josh Allen might be the worst quarterback in the division this year. So let me just...
Wow.
I totally disagree with that. Justin Fields is still in the division. So,
So being dumb used to be free. Being dumb used to be free, man. So now we got kids just paying to be dumb, man. What the hell?
So TD, you got Drake May over Justin Fields this year?
Yes, I do. I actually do.
Yeah, you're gonna regret that.
I think Drake May has a higher ceiling than Tua, but right now he's not better, of course, but higher ceiling.
Who will have a better season this year, Tua or May?
I'm gonna go Tua.
Who will have a better season this year, Tua or Josh Allen?
I'm gonna go Tua. Tua's about to have an MVP caliber season.
Oh my God, dude! You know,
Folks,
what?
TD Finstock is back, and he is embracing the character all over again.
Oh my God,
There's
we have
nothing
John
to
Edward
embrace.
Kruger is coming saying, "Why is TD delusional with all the time about Miami?"
It's not all the time.
It's a
Sometimes he
character.
gets real, but it's not with us. He's never real with us. I don't think he's ever been real with us. Honestly,
And-
we have a
his
question
channel
though.
is more than likely.
We
Y'all
have a
hate
question
the
from
truth.
Luna on X. Are you guys going to do another event in Miami? We had a blast. I don't know, TD. Are we? Would you guys be interested? Because there is a potential Miami event in Miami. Week 4, Jets
Week
Dolphins,
4,
Monday Night
potentially.
Football. You guys in the chat, let us know. Jets Dolphins in Miami, Monday night. That could be a potential event. Let us know, chat. Would you be interested in that one? And nothing's official. We're just looking at the schedule, seeing what sticks. But we'll put out a feeler.
Yeah, we'll put out a feeler. We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. Question: can you guys have an event for Pats versus Jets prime time? Is that
Great
going
question.
to be in New England?
Yes, that is in New England. Thursday Night Football, Jets Patriots. So that if we did do an event in New England this year, that
It would
would
probably
be
be
the
that
game.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no other game that would be it. If we did an event in New England, this is the one. So we got to see, and we need to hear from you guys in the chat if you'd be interested in coming. Because again, we need to know that we have demand before we can commit to these events.
Hold on. How many primetime games do the Jets have?
2. If you include London, 3, but
What about the Bills?
We have like 6, I think.
You sure?
Yeah, we have 2 Sunday night. We have 2 Thursday night. We have a Monday night.
Thursday.
how much is Miami?
Thursday.
We got 6.
Feels so good to not be. I love
have
the 1
6.
o'clock window, man.
Dude, all right, listen, I am doubling
Real
down on
teams,
the
baby.
NFL.
Real
The Jets
teams.
had the most
Doubling down
primetime
with
games
the
last
NFL.
year. Where did that get us, TD?
Well,
Man, you know what,
if you count
I-
the overseas, then if you count the overseas, it's 6.
Okay. Because I was about to say, like, that confirms that. So the NFL knows what they're doing by ripping the hearts out of
Hey,
Miami Dolphins
no, they
fans
don't.
each and
No,
every
they
single
don't.
year.
They know we going
Like,
to the
not
Super
only
Bowl.
do they set themselves up for an embarrassing collapse, but they also end up doing it in front of America, like each and every single time.
They just know we going to the Super Bowl, Dan. That's all.
Oh my God, we sure too is making it to week 4. Get Zach ready.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
know
I
it's
want to.
Zach verse. Thank you, Hennessy, for the super chat. Another person cuts the line. Is he really talking about Josh Allen like that? LOL. Cat in the Hat with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Kat. And so, like I said, and being dumb used to be free.
This is an interesting question from Jake, the Minnesota sports fan. Would Roundtable Sports do non-AFC East events? So that is the plan eventually. This year, probably most likely not, even though I did talk to Dose of Dion, our Lions, and Bass, our Packers, about this potentially having an event in Green Bay one year or Detroit. The goal is to get events in every single division one day, but it's a lot of planning. And so
we
probably
need to
not this
hire
year.
we would need to
build
have
an
like
event planning
10 fully
team.
staffed people like working on this shit.
Event, like the goal, just to give you guys a Roundtable Sports vision, just from an event standpoint real quick, is 3 to 4 years from now, who knows how long, we have a full team of event planners, and we have every single city has a Roundtable Sports event. Every single team has a home Roundtable Sports event. Everyone's a division game. You guys see the vision, man? Come on. I know you see the vision.
You see that vision?
That's a big vision right there. That's 32 events.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Give me 5 years. Give me 5 years, TD.
Wow.
We have 24 friend is coming in saying, what do the Jets need to do to finally make the playoffs after 15 years? The iPhone wasn't even out yet. Damn. Wow. My guy's pulling back no punches here.
Hey, well,
oh my God.
I don't even think Apple was a company the last time the Miami Dolphins won a playoff game.
Richie, see, this was Jets on Jets crime. Why you got to bring us in here?
You're laughing like your drought is worse than ours.
But this is about going to the playoffs, okay?
Yeah,
That's
but
all.
like I said, you haven't won in 24 years. The last time the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's been that long.
We've been.
Same drought.
We've been.
Listen, man, what do the Jets need to do? Why don't you answer this question? Would you be able to answer this objectively or no?
Yeah. First of all, go in the draft and find a real quarterback.
Well, that's impossible because we have to do it this season. So,
what do they need to do to finally make the playoffs after 15 years? The iPhone wasn't even out yet. What do you need to do this year? Nothing. You just have no hope. That's just the reality. I mean, there's nothing you could absolutely do. Not unless Patrick Mahomes just all of a sudden start beefing with Andy Reid and say, I want to trade, and then y'all need to go ahead and
all
trade.
right, enough of you talk. I don't know why I give you the mic with this question. This is how it happens. If the Jets pull off a miracle and end their drought in year one with Aaron Glenn, which I can definitely admit is very unlikely, it's this. I think this Jets team is built to pull off some upsets this year. If two things, their running game is as good as we expect, and their defense could be very good. If that's the case, I think the Jets are built to pull off upsets, beat teams that are better than us on paper, because with that model, anybody in the league that can run the football, control the line of scrimmage in the trenches, and play defense down the stretch wins. So that's the only way the Jets can grind. And of course, the big outlier is Justin Fields. Justin Fields got to play his best football of his life in order for the Jets to make the playoffs.
Well, listen, I'm going to be honest with Jet fans. Y'all had a good roster last year. You still got a good roster this year. Justin Fields is the key. Will he be like, wow, look at, will he have a Sam Darnold experience? Or will he just, hold a spot and y'all need a quarterback next year? That's it. If he can have a Sam Darnold experience, I'm going to tell you now, I'm concerned. The Bills everybody need to be concerned. But y'all answer that question yourself. Can he have a Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold type resurgence? It's that simple.
And would you agree with this, that he has potential to be, based off of him being a first-round pick, what he did last year with the Steelers winning 4-2, like seeing what he looked like? Do you think he actually has, not predicting he will, but I think there's realistic potential that could happen?
See, it's so tricky, Richie, and here's why. Because maybe he can elevate his game and go off, with his legs, right? But it's just hard for me, and maybe I'm wrong. We'll see when the season comes. It's hard for me to feel like he's going to throw the ball as well as Baker, Geno, and Sam did in their resurgence year. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Will he be able to see? This ain't just about his athleticism and running. Now, if he goes off the charts running the football,
which is capable
like this crazy 1,200-yard season or something, that can make up. But let's be realistic. Say he goes off and have 800 yards, which is really possible for him, right? Will he be?
He had 1,000 yards, TD, which is one of 3 quarterbacks of all time to do in a year.
Yeah. I'm just being in a realistic range of 800, though. I know he can get higher. But will he throw the rock as a fake? And who he throwing to? I know you got Garrett, but who he throwing to? Outside of that, who? Then that's the Jets' problem. Who else is he throwing the football to? Teams are going to be scheming for Garrett and letting those other guys win one-on-one with a guy who has an unproven arm. That's going to be the other team's formula.
Yeah, which is why the key is going to be running the ball with not only Justin Fields, but with Brees.
They'll be able to load the box. They'll be able to load the box.
And we got an offensive line, load the box against this line. Watch what happens. That's my hope. Okay. Outwork them in the trenches. Come on. Right. But no, everything you said is 100% I agree with.
We'll see. We have Bills play the Philadelphia Eagles December 28th. Latest leak. Week 17, man. It's going to be...
y'all going outside then.
It's week 17, man. Listen.
Yeah, going outside.
So that's going to be a Super Bowl preview right there, baby. So Miami event was great, and Dolphins won, and Dolphins will be better than y'all think.
Tell him, JD.
Dude, my boy JD always keeps it positive, man. Always keeps it positive regardless, and I can appreciate that.
Man, oh, man.
Okay, so imagine trusting a running back as quarterback to break your drought also. And so imagine trusting an injury-prone, mobile-less, weak quarterback to break your 25-year playoff win drought. Couldn't be the Jets and the Dolphins.
Who say he'll be playing by then?
Oh, wow. He wants Quinn Ewers. If the schedule leak is true, it's going to be the 2015 season all over again.
Ooh, I like that. The Jets in 2015, the reason why he says that is we were 10-5.
Oh, Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yes, heading into Buffalo, week 18, and win and you're in scenario. And you know what happened? The Jets lost. Yeah, and I think he's saying that because the Jets are in Buffalo for the last game of the season, which I absolutely hate that we have to verse the Bills in Buffalo in the last game of the year, bro. Give us Buffalo away early, bro. Why do we have to go there then?
Well, hey, you know what, Richie? It's going to be good for you because we're going to have all of our starters.
Like, and we'll be fighting for a playoff spot, so it's going to benefit us, and we're going to get in with that dub. 5th seed.
Yeah, well.
6th seed.
So lucky for you, you will be going up against Mitchie Biscuits. As QB1 that game.
Come on, Fields. Now that I'm getting a taste of playoff success with this team, I'm starving. I need my Jets to show me something, man. Oh, my gosh. If it's got to take a year to feel it out and it happens in 2 years, you know what? I believe in the vision, Aaron Glenn. If it's got to be a year of retooling and remodeling and it's going to be year 2, okay, then it'll be. But you better get to the playoffs, Aaron Glenn. You better do it. Because this next playoff runs get me high, bro. Like,
yeah, I know. I see. Listen,
and I shouldn't be.
Y'all might be 1-5, Richie. Y'all might.
I shouldn't be high off this Knicks playoff success, TD.
Y'all always do this, Richie. Y'all always do this. What's the end result? Ain't nothing new.
TD, the path has never been clearer for the Knicks to do something special. If we get past Boston, which we will, we'll have home court in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Man, the Pacers will sweep y'all, man. They need a real
What do you mean, bro? The Knicks took the Pacers to 7 games last year when our whole team was injured.
And the Pacers better. And the Pacers
our whole team was injured last year, and we took them 7. Now we're healthy. Knicks in 5 against Indiana. And if another team that's not OKC makes the finals, the Knicks will have home court in the NBA Finals, bro. Hype me up.
Okay. It's gonna be a wild night, folks. And you know what?
I can't believe we're gonna be on the AFC's roundtable while I'm watching my Knicks clinch going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh man, look at that, dude. Look at that. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Tonight's episode of the AFC's roundtable is about to be massive. I do know that I will be live on my channel leading up into the schedule release party on the AFC East, so I'm going to try and bring as many Bills fans over as possible. I'm really hoping that everybody tuning in today on this episode of 4th and Forever is going to join us. Just go ahead and turn on your bell notifications over on the AFC East Roundtable channel so you know. Like, we are trying to break records on this episode. I think that we certainly can, as long as we have TD streaming on his channel beforehand. We have Richie streaming on his. Perhaps even Colby streaming on his right before to funnel over all of the fans to have the conversation. It's going to be one hell of an episode. We are going to be announcing at least most of the events, maybe start taking deposits to secure spots for the variety of the things that we have. And yeah, guys. But besides that, that's going to have to do it for another edition of 4th and Forever. Richie,
you guys like my thumbnail I made?
Yeah, I do, dope,
dude.
Man.
Look at that, man. It's nostalgic.
I made this one.
I like that, Rich.
You feel the nostalgia back when I made our thumbnails?
I do like the nostalgia. Rich, what do you got for us, man? Talk to us.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Definitely tune in tonight, guys. 8:30 p.m. EST. It's going to be a wild night on the AFC's roundtable. It'll be like a hybrid of a Knicks Celtics watch party / NFL schedule release. We're going to be announcing the events. It's not going to be the official announcement, but we're going to get a feeler and get the official schedule so we can say who's interested in this game potentially. And then we're going to figure out to extract data from you guys. I got to figure out a way where we can get exact tally at least of like, oh, X amount of people interested in this event, yada, yada, yada. So we can get all that ball rolling. But exciting time, man. When the schedule release comes out, that's when it's all about. And then tonight we'll also be doing predicting each game, who's going to win, final record predictions. So make sure you guys tune in tonight, man. And go click the link in the chat. Go over there right now. Hit the like button. Get prepared.
Hit the like button. Be prepared. What do you got, CD?
Man, everybody, make sure you're present tonight. I can't wait to see the schedules. Last year was just real funny, man, with the Patriots. But we'll see who has that funny one this year. But yeah, tonight, make sure you be there. Everyone tune in. We will be live all night. We're going to have a good show. And I can't wait to bring in, the Patreon members as well, hear what they have to say.
Absolutely. I missed them.
Patreon members. What? Damn. Folks, Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Fourth and Forever. We will see you this evening on the AFC's Roundtable to celebrate the official schedule release. But besides that, we will see you here on Fourth and Forever tomorrow. Same time, same place.
Peace.